So the Rows go down to the Lunar Owls in a very chippy, very competitive, tensions are high, trash talk.
During that thrilling league game versus Napheesa Collier, did you witness Angel Reese completely losing her cool? Her double-double, 17 points, and 10 rebounds have everyone talking. However, the 7 turnovers she accrued while charging at Collier like there was no tomorrow are hardly discussed.
So Angel Reese goes and runs into foul. How that's not a foul is beyond.
Collier delivered a masterclass with 16 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and a block while Ree was out there charging around like it was a demolition derby. This was the craziest part. The Lunar Owls' 66-56 victory is hardly surprising. Not to be overlooked is Collier's hoodie moment with Ree. Right now, the video is going viral on the internet.
The Rows unfortunately lost to the Lunar Owls. Unfortunately, not for me. It's Hootie Who all day over here, baby. Hootie Who are you? Go back and do what you do. What?
Did you witness Angel Reese essentially attempt to push Napheesa Collier aside as though she didn't exist? That was not a game of basketball. The demolition was intense. The irony. Reese had just returned from Lisa Leslie's special layup sessions, during which the icon herself taught her how to make her scoring attempts more deliberate and accurate.
Angel Reese has definitely glowed up ever since Lisa Leslie has said, you know what, I'm going to work with you on your layups. I have been noticing in every game they have gotten more purposeful, less kind of like toss up and hook.
However, Reese made the game into a complete demolition derby rather than showcasing that polished skill. 7 turnovers. Yes, 7. That sums up her strategy well. She wasn't engaging in basketball. She was engaged in a bulldozer game. The most embarrassing part was when she tried to highlight by bouncing the ball off the backboard to herself, only to clip the bottom. Commentators described it as a total catastrophe. Instead of applauding, fans were hiding their eyes.
And of course, she does come away with yet another double-double. Now, with all these talks about, high people and scoring higher points, there is a reason for that in Unrivaled, and that is because you are not being guarded as much as you would.
She had a very non-aggressive physical style. It was completely careless. She once swung an elbow directly into Napheesa Collier's face, but for some reason the referees failed to call it. That no call made the already tense game even more tense. Ree's efficiency suffered as a result of her excessive attention on making contact rather than moving strategically to create space and take quality shots.
66-56. Angel Reese had herself a nice game again. 17 points, 10 rebounds, 50%. Folks, double-double Angel Reese, 50% or more from the field. That's a solid game. 7 turnovers.
Reese's natural talent is undeniable. Her capacity to accumulate statistics. She did, after all, end with a double-double of 17 points and 10 rebounds. However, a closer examination reveals a different picture. Although a 50% shooting night would appear good, the fact that nearly all of her shots were made from point-blank range highlights her shortcomings. Missing that many high-percentage shots isn't just a bad night for a player of her caliber. It's just plain underperformance.
Turnover right there. I believe there was an offensive foul. We lose the ball here, we lose the ball there. 7 turnovers in 21, let's say 28 minutes of basketball.
Reese's lack of attention must have been even more annoying to her coaches. She was too preoccupied with making fun of opponents to rush back on defense after scoring. Those ostentatious moments of showboating weren't innocuous. Reese's distractions were turned into easy points by the Lunar Owls, who consistently made her side pay for the lost transition defensive possibilities.
Just cooking up. Send Shakira Austin to the floor with that little elbow. Dirty? I wouldn't go that far. Unnecessary? Yeah, but this was a...
Reese seems more concerned with confrontation than genuinely raising her level of performance, despite Lisa Leslie teaching her finishing methods. Each time she scored or got a rebound, she squandered energy on pointless physical fights and ostentatious festivities rather than utilizing that momentum to improve her performance. Not only did such interruptions disrupt her rhythm, but they also utterly removed her from the game's flow.
Seems like Shakira Austin and Angel Reese, they were going back and forth getting chippy all game. Hopefully that's something that's brewing into next. I like it. I can't lie, folks. I can't lie. This is Unrivaled.
These 7 turnovers weren't accidental. They killed momentum. Each time her side started to establish a rhythm, another reckless possession returned the ball to the Owls. There was more than one error with that unsuccessful backboard pass. It represented her whole strategy, prioritizing aggression over execution and flair above principles.
Angel Reese throwing a pass, looking for somebody deep, unfortunately clipping the bottom of the backboard, bottom of the...
A. Although her double-double may appear impressive on the box score, anyone who saw the game could see that the team suffered as a result. Every rebound and point seemed to have an asterisk attached to it. Ree ultimately compromised her own stat line and hurt her team by putting physical dominance ahead of basketball intelligence.
Was on Napheesa Collier, giving her a bunch of frustrating bumps, and at the end of the game, the Lunar Owls does...
What happens when a wall of unadulterated composure encounters all that raw physicality? Napheesa Collier excels in that area. Collier didn't only remain composed after receiving an elbow to the face that would have angered most players. It was a pivotal time for her. With 16 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, and just 2 turnovers, she demonstrated true control of the game against everyone's expectation that she would snap. Observe how Collier never attempted to equal Reese's careless violence. That is the pinnacle of basketball intelligence. She let her skills speak for herself rather than out-muscling or out-shooting her opponent. The entire story was conveyed via her stat line. 16 points, 2 assists, 2 steals, a block, and 9 rebounds. Despite some doubts, she made significant contributions in every area that counted. Let's be clear, even though Collier didn't perform well after the first quarter, her off-game total of 16 points was still the second highest on her squad. She only made 2 turnovers during the game, which is the most revealing statistic. That is the distinction between control and chaos. Collier cherished every property like gold while her opponent was giving them away like free samples. She was completely aware of the stakes and refused to let her feelings get in the way of her concentration. When comparing the top scorers, Collier scored 16 points, while Ree, Shakira Austin, and Brittany Sykes all got 17. Effectiveness and grace. Her handling of all that physical punishment is quite commendable. Collier replied with flawless defensive timing and placement each time Ree attempted to bulldoze her way to the basket. Collier didn't have to be as aggressive as Reese. She maintained her composure, made eye contact, and focused on every moment, even that elbow. Collier finished with 16 points, 9 rebounds, and made every play matter while Ree chased flash. Collier displayed efficiency, poise, and championship-level composure. From the beginning until the end of the game, rivalries were intensifying, trash talk was flying, and every matchup, Collier versus Ree, Austin versus Ree, Gray versus Digenmith, raising the bar for intensity. It was more than simply a celebration when Collier nailed Ree with the famous hoodie moment to secure the victory. It was a statement. Every time, compositional talent triumphs over rash assertiveness.